Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is your full moon gods at play reading for the full moon in Cancer on the January the 10th. Now this is a longer reading. Oh, by the way, this is the same introductory blurb for all of them. So there'll be a timestamp down below to jump ahead to the reading. It's for the reading in whatever the title is down there. What's your sun, your moon, your rising, maybe your Saturn. Because on the 10th, we have the full moon in Cancer opposite a stellium of planets, a lot of planets. In Capricorn, it's opposite Mercury, conjunct the Sun. It is opposite the upcoming, well, close to opposite the upcoming Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Jupiter is around there somewhere. It's not quite opposite. Uranus is somewhere else in the chart, but it's turning direct. So that's the planet of the unexpected. And of course, if I didn't just mention, there's a lunar eclipse. Now, eclipses, the effects depending on, depending on who I'm listening to, eclipses can affect for up to 6 months with the solar. And then I've heard up to 6 months or up to 3 months with the lunar. As I've said before, I'm not an astrologer. Go to an astrologer of your choice. Have a listen about the upcoming lunar eclipse because it offers some really good stuff and some not so good stuff, especially since 2 days later, smack bang, there's the peak of that Saturn-Pluto conjunction. It actually, they're already conjuncted, but the peak of it is on the following Sunday. So Cancer, it's all about the home, it's all about feelings, it's all about family, it's about nations, because again, there's that family feel. So let me bring up the cards and let's see what gods are supporting you. They're the ones that lift you up on the bottom row of the spread, and the gods that are working against you or suppressing you, pushing you down away from the divine on the top row of the spread. Let's bring up the cards. Okay, Cancer, the first thing I'm tempted to say here, and this is going to sound quite harsh, but don't let your ego get carried away with you with the lunar eclipse. What we have working against you here is Helen of Troy with beauty, Maui with discovery, the Harai with time, Skadi with atonement, and Jeanne d'Arc with faith. So working with you, Mnemosyne with inspiration, Set with chaos, Pegasus with nature, who represents quite a spiritual force in and of itself. It is a divine beast when all said and done. Nuba with denial, which is a strange one to be working with you, and Andromache with strength. So inspiration is coming to you. Do not be so set in what your plans are, what your ways are, what you feel about a situation, because there are some discoveries you're going to make that will hurt, and there is chaos going on around you. So half the discoveries that you make at the moment during this lunar eclipse period, and remember, this can last up to 6 months, there's always going to be more to discover. You may get half-truths, as in not lies, but the fact that you only know half the story and the rest of the story is yet to reveal itself. Because where I see time, the Harai working against you, it's more I get from it that it's that feeling of, oh my God, time is ticking on. I need to get on with this. I need to react to this. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do... No. Everything in its season, which is what this Pegasus nature card is telling me. And this Pegasus is also also strengthening the inspiration that you get from Mnemosyne. If you hear something and it doesn't seem quite right, then check in your memories, check in what you know, and say, well, has this happened before? Is this really like this person to have done this? Is that in character? Because there is inspiration coming for you, for directions for you, but be careful about the decisions that you find, because I think you could also be victim of this, because somebody appears to be blaming you for something and wanting you to atone for something. And what we have facing that is denial. And the denial is the good thing. It is for you to say, yeah, but I did not do that. I did not think that. I did not say that. I did not want that. And the denial of, I do not want this, is a really, really important point here. You have the strength to go through it. Your faith is going to be tested, and rightly so, because there is so much chaos around you that some of the things maybe that you have faith in, you shouldn't. And some of the things that you don't have faith in, you maybe should. Now, only time is going to tell that, but time will tell that slowly in its season. Right, let's see what the tarot's got to say. Because that's everything that I get from here. It's really interesting that denial and chaos, well, denial working in your favor. It's almost like you have to refuse something. And what you have to refuse is being told that you have to make up for an action, and that you've got to make up for it within a certain time as well. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't even have to make up for it at all. Right, let's see what we've got. Yeah. So these two pieces of advice sort of fly in the face of one another. But I do want to say that with this chaos card, everything is being thrown into question, and that's a good thing. But where you are right now is not where you're going to be in a month's time, and it's certainly not going to be where you are in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months' time, because that discovery is still going to be working against you as you know more and more things, but maybe not knowing all of it. But where you are right now, be very, very careful about what it is that you are sticking to adamantly. Listen to the inspiration that is given you, because it's going to give you the ability to move forward. The change may produce some anxiety, and you may feel like you're in a role of having to beg, borrow, and steal, but certainly put yourself into somebody else's debt. But you don't. You have a lot of strength to go through all of this, and there's a point where a lot of what you are going to learn at the very end of it, you can just walk away and go, but I deny all of it because it doesn't matter to me. It's not important. It's not what I'm wanting. Do not be forced into playing a role that you think at the moment is the right thing for you to do, for you to be who you are. No. If it feels wrong, it feels wrong. So listen to that. Do not be stubborn. Do not be set in your ways. Do not be so much contemplating your own navel that you're not listening to the inspiration that is around you, because they're trying to light an inner fire on you and change in you even, and change your focus. But you will be tempted away from this path. But you should go. You have support. We've got the Ace of Swords. Theoretically, never a good card. I quite like the Eight of Swords here, because we have Apollo defending whoever that is in the middle against the Gorgons. We have the Apollo there going, you getting your son out of this cage then? Come on, you can do it. Come on. You know, like you do to a cat down from a tree. Do you know what I mean? There's all things in their cycle. Not everything is against you, because we have the horror here, that feeling of time, that feeling of pressure being clarified by the world. So it's almost like, because of the pressure of time, it feels like the world is against you. But no, it's more other people demanding things of you that you do not necessarily need to respond to, because you need to take the time to get out of your own head and listen to the natural world, listen to the world around you, listen to the inspiration that is coming for you. Let's do one big conclusion card for all of this, because it seems a little bit negative, but this is a trying eclipse. You know, there's, especially with Saturn-Pluto right after it. Come on, let's see. One card wants to jump out. There you go. Oh, that's weird. Nine of Swords, but I feel really good about it. There's all that criticism, but it arms you. It gives you weapons. And each of those three swords there that the Gorgons are holding, I'm feeling the power of the Trinity. So you have the ability, using some form of Trinity within you, whether it's masculine, feminine in a child, although there's more to you than that, or whether it's the Holy Trinity. You have the ability to go, yeah, not listening anymore, not doing that anymore. Okay, so change is upon you if you let it. But if you think you have already changed, you ain't done half. Cheers.